Not all levels of stuckness are equal. I see this word stuck so often, especially in the coaching space, of like, I was feeling really stuck. And so I went and saw a coach, or I booked a therapy session, or I was feeling really tired. So I started on this supplement journey. And we think that this word stuck is essentially the same. And we think that it's like stuck on one side of the coin, and then we just flip it over and it's done and complete. And the reason I'm bringing this up, because not all levels of stuckness are the same. So say your door is one of those doors that's got a bit of a stiff lock. And every time you go into your house, you know what to do. You know when to lift the handle at the right time, and you know exactly the angle and where you need to be and your positioning, because you're just used to it. And you're just like, yeah, it just gets a bit stuck. And that might be fine, humming along in the background, like, oh yeah, it's just the way that it is. It's an old door, and maybe it's hot, maybe it's cold, and I can just fix it. Until that day where all of your usual things do not work. You get to your door and you can't open it. There's nothing you can do. You've tried all of the things, the angle, the stepping back, all your usual tricks, and suddenly it needs something else. It needs a different level of support. Now, if you trace this back, and if, say, an expert said, have you ever had any experience of this before? You might then have to admit of like, yeah, well, it's always been like that, but it's fine. I want you to see where you are on that level of stuckness. And I want you to emotionally connect with it. Because so many of us are putting up and tolerating with things that don't really align, or results we're not really satisfied with, in the background all the time. Things are humming or squeaking like a kind of a smoke alarm, beep, 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 in the background all the time. And I want to remind you today that you have full permission to make things better now. You don't have to wait until you have that rock bottom moment. And rock bottom moments have always seen as these like sexy things of like, I was just like, if sliding down my car in a car park and crying, and I wanted to drink a whole bottle of whiskey. And it's got this sort of romanticized feeling to it. We don't have to get there. Also, quite often when you are there, you're on your own. It's something that you have to work through. So I want to remind you today to look at where you are stuck. What do you need? What are you tolerating? What is driving you up the wall? And you've almost forgotten that this has been part of the thing, and you know that it's time to change something. Send me a message. We can book in a one-on-one session, and we can fix it. We can find a way, we can flip it around, and so it feels good once again. Lots of love. Bye.